So if I drive today around Anchorage, it's a big city. It's got everything that you expect. Targets, Walmarts, Bass Pro Shops, all the fast foods you can think of, traffic, car dealerships. The airport seemed to be probably the busiest small aircraft airport I've ever seen. At any given time, there's like 2 to 3 planes or helicopters that seem to be up in the air all around the place, coming and going, coming and going. So the journey wasn't a destination, so it's just another city. So it occurred to me last night, how do I better seal underneath the front of the R-Pod so I don't get water spraying up under there as I'm driving down the road, getting that area exposed where the weather protecting barrier is tearing apart. Finally come up with an idea. Flex Seal paste. I'm going to smear a bunch of this up underneath there where all the exposed wood is. And that should take care of the wood getting wet when I'm driving down the road under wet conditions. I just got to cut away a bunch of the under wrap to better expose the wood. And then I can put this on. Just slather it on, man. I cut away a piece of the weather barrier. It's a little wet under there. It's not all dry. There's some pretty nasty wood. Like they could have done something better maybe. I'm gonna put that Flex Seal paste smeared under here. It's gonna be in dry rot, I think, over time. So that's the Flex Seal. Looks like I did a pretty good job. Just gotta wait for it to cure now. So it's a little wet in there too. It's kind of getting soft up in here by the frame. Barrier sealant is coming out from underneath the diamond deck and letting water get up in here. Hopefully it stops that problem, but it will over time dry rot. I think it's going to be the next problem.
Those nostrils, 5 times each side. You do not have to go all the way up, about 1 inch is fine. When you're done, you'll stick it into that tube and put everything back into the bag. Nostrils, 4 or 5 times each side.
Alright, so that worked out pretty well. When I went through to come to Canada, I went through Bismarck, North Dakota to a clinic I found online. You just go in there and take care of it all. It took about 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, the whole time in the clinic and out. Got the results that evening. Now, trying to get back to the lower 48, I tried to go to the VA hospital, but they would only do the testing if they thought you had the disease, not for testing to verify you don't have the disease before you go on travel. So I went to a community outreach place, whatever, where I was told I could go and get the test done. But when I got there, they had signs up saying that they had stopped testing there. They don't do testing at that location anymore. Well, then I pulled up Walgreens. It was about 5 minutes away. I went to the Walgreens. I went inside, went to the pharmacy, but I had to wait about 10 minutes to get to the pharmacy inside, not the drive-thru. And they said, yeah, they would do it, but you have to go through the drive-thru. And I was like, well, I've got a big truck. Can I do it any other way? And they said, no, you have to go through the drive-thru. Okay. But they were closing, and this was like 6 minutes after 1. They said they were closing at 1:30 for half an hour and be reopening at 2. So I got back in the truck, got into the line, and it turned out I was the last vehicle before they closed at 1:30. Pulled up, and the guy says, can we do this at 2? I was like, that's fine. So I left, got something to eat, came back, and now the line's long. There's like 6 cars ahead of me. And it's just, I was gone for like 30 minutes, about 40 minutes. Turns out once I got in that long line, I was able to have time to pull up the Walgreens on my phone and see about bookings and information about the COVID and all that other stuff. Turns out that they didn't have any appointments available. And it'd been helpful if they would have told me that before I left the clinic and came back, right? But while I pulled up forward a little bit, pulled up the phone, and I'm looking on my phone, and I was able to find another Walgreens 11 minutes away that had availability. So I quickly did all the questionnaire online, filled out all my information, and booked the appointment. And I got the notification email while I'm driving here. Remember, it's only 11 minutes away. Then I realized in the email that I booked it for tomorrow. So I went ahead and pulled in, because there was no line at this particular Walgreens, and asked, hey, is it alright if I go ahead and get this done even though it's scheduled for tomorrow? She goes, let me look and verify you're on the computer. She goes, yep, you're here, so let's go ahead and do it. So I was able to do it. So she said it'll be about a day or two before I get the results, which is fine because it's going to take me about another day or two before I get back up to the border with what I'm planning on doing. So it's going to work out just fine. But yeah, 1, 2, 3. This was my 4th location to try and get my COVID test, a PCR test, right? You can't just do the other one. Yeah, so we're good. We're good. Let's go wait for the results. Got to do the laundry before we get going. Doing the last little bit of preps before I take off for tomorrow. Get the laundry done. Got my PCR test done. Just gotta wait for the results. Should I get them before I cross the border? Picked up some groceries. I need some milk and some creamer and tortillas. So I figure I'm gonna take off tomorrow. Leave a little early. I keep saying I'm gonna leave early. Don't do it. But I figure I'll go to Glacier View. Try and get some little glacier time. Best I can tell from the satellite imagery is it's just a little off the road. Not sure I can drive my trailer down to it though. Maybe. And then we'll try to get all the way up to Toke, T-O-K, however you pronounce it. That'll be my stop for tomorrow. Maybe I'll stay overnight at Glacier View. I haven't decided. It's about an hour and a half away. It's only fitting that today was overcast. Started out the day rainy, just like the day I got here. But the rest of the time I was here, it was all nice and sunny. So this was a good trip. Now I gotta do the almost 2 weeks to get all the way back down to Indiana. Swing through Mount Rushmore. A little damp under here as well. So I'm gonna paint that stuff onto here. The what the heck is it?